Hey everyone, welcome back to Pop Off the Clock. I'm Yoseline.
And I'm Brenda. It's so glad to see you guys again. It's been
too long.
It's been too long. We apologize. We had technical issues 2 weeks
Technical
ago.
event. She was at ACL.
I was out of town.
It was just a lot, but we're happy to be back.
But it's a lot going on as of late. You know, I'm sure people who are watching this probably grew up with this group, One Direction. There was a passing away of one of the members. We're going to kind of give you the latest information as of Thursday.
Yes.
Because there's something new coming out every single day.
Every second,
so
yeah.
We're going to
So
talk
we've been
about
following.
that.
Yeah, we've been following on that since yesterday, or since it came out. Really, it was pretty shocking. We're
Super
also
shocked.
going to talk about Ariana Grande's big return to SNL.
Yeah.
She was the host, and
past weekend.
you know what? It reminded me. I was telling you, it reminded me what a star this girl is.
She really killed it this time around. I haven't really paid attention to her other times doing it, but this time I was like, wow, you can act. That's good to know.
Yeah, that's good to know. And we are also going over the Angels.
Yeah.
The Angels are back.
They're
Not
back.
Charlie's Angels, but the Runaway Angels. Victoria's Secret runaway show makes its big comeback after it being
6 years.
Yeah, after it
6-year
being
hiatus.
canceled. And let me tell
Maybe
you,
it should have stayed that way.
they did disappoint. They did disappoint. But we'll get to all those good stories happening and sad stories happening during this week. But let's recap what we've been up to. You had a way funner weekend, so I'm just gonna say that I think. Well, I did have a fun weekend. I went
I was
to.
like, didn't
yeah,
you
yeah,
go
I
out of
did.
town too?
I went to what they call a ring dunk for Texas A&M Go Aggies. Gig 'em,
I'm
I
not
think.
an Aggies fan. So.
I'm just following the quote here, and it was so cool and interesting to see what they do and these Texas traditions. It was fun.
So did she really? Do you dunk your hand in
No,
water?
so
I don't know what you do.
So you get like a whole pint of beer or your choice of drink, and then you take your ring off and you dunk it in and you chug the beer until you get to the bottom of the ring, and then you pull it out and back on your ring.
Interesting.
Back on your finger. Yeah, so it's a whole weekend. So you go get your ring. That's like a little ceremony that you're on campus.
That's all, you get the ring that day too?
Yes. Some people get it before, like during the weekend, and they usually have their ring dunk later in the weekend because it's kind of like a family event. Like the family I went with, they rented like a whole little room at a restaurant where they did it.
Nice.
But we had gone to the campus in the morning, and we saw her get her ring like being turned in, and then it's like fresh out the box, and then for her it was her parents who put it on for her.
Aww.
And then we went to that night it just a couple hours. We went to dinner, and then that's where the big thing happened, which is so cute because they put like a little poncho on to like chug the beer because
that makes
obviously
sense.
like
Yeah.
these girls are so little, like
And they're cute in cute outfits,
they're
so you don't
cute
want to ruin your
outfits.
outfit.
Yeah, so it was a pretty fun.
Good to know.
fun
I never
weekend.
understood what those things were that they did, but now I
Yeah.
know.
Now you know.
Now I know.
But yeah, that was my weekend. And how about yours?
My weekend was good. I went to ACL. It was very dusty and dirty. I regret wearing cowboy boots. Okay, this is a PSA for my ladies out there. I know sometimes you want to wear a cute outfit. I'm with you there. That was me. But are you willing to sacrifice your feet?
Your feet.
So I wore boots the first day, and you're just walking all of the time. It was like a 20-30 minute walk to ACL from the car. So that was like downhill, uphill, downhill, uphill. So it's just like rubbing up against oh my God, I have blisters on my pinky toes. I was in serious pain. I couldn't even wear normal shoes for 2 days. It was very, very painful. So never wear cowboy boots, to a festival. Secondly, never take expensive sunglasses to a festival. People have told me that. I took my expensive sunglasses and I lost them. This was the weekend of lessons learned, honestly.
Brenda, what did Brenda learn this
What
weekend?
did I, aside from cowboy boots, aside from the sunglasses, I learned a lot of other things that I'm going to keep to myself because that is not worth sharing, unfortunately. I cannot share those things, but
I know.
but I'm a changed woman in the sense that I am never going back there. I realize why I never went to ACL. After 5 years, I lost memory or something, and I was like, oh yeah, this is why I stopped going to ACL. It's torturous. It's hot. There's literally lines everywhere. A line for everything you can possibly imagine. You have to get in line for. Never going again. This is my last time. And let this be a reminder for future Brenda. The next time you see tickets go on sale and you're like, no, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just maybe a day thing. Or maybe not even. If I become really, really rich, I'll do VIP. But even then, that's a stretch because you still suffer. So
there was no one that was worth it.
Chappell Roan was incredible, which we'll kind of get into later.
Oh yeah, we have to. Yeah, we have
Chappell
to. Chappell
Roan was incredible. Dua Lipa, my girl Dua Peep. She was so amazing. Leon Bridges, there were so many great artists, but there were so many things that eclipsed it sometimes. And so it was fun, fun times. I got to hang out with a lot of my friends who I hadn't seen in a while, so that was really great.
Okay, that's a plus there. But yeah, that was really a recap of our
lives in the last week. But the last 2 weeks
we're getting ready for Halloween.
Yes,
we're getting ready. We have a party this weekend.
What are you gonna be? Or no, we'll surprise everyone.
Yeah, we'll surprise people. I'm trying to think what I'm dressing up as. I have 2 outfits, 2 costumes.
I had an idea. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to execute it because I realize Halloween's in 2 weeks, and I am just I'm still in a financial hole from ACL, so I'm trying to go simple this year.
Simple. I know what you should be if you need a cheap
I bought some stuff. I'm going to be a witch.
Girl.
I bought a hat, and yeah.
Okay.
That's all you need sometimes.
That works.
That's all you need sometimes.
That's so basic, but it's
I'm
fine. I'm gonna be a rendition of a witch, but I'm gonna be a specific witch.
But this year I'm gonna be basic, but people will actually know what I am because usually I do really obscure Halloween ideas. It's super last minute that people are like, what is that? But at least this year they will know who I am.
You're a witch.
I'm a witch, and the hat should tell you that.
If people will be like, what are you, Brenda?
If you still struggle with it.
I know.
Maybe there's a problem with you.
But let's get straight to our stories. It's been a busy week. We don't have, I always say we don't have a lot, but we don't really have a lot, but I think they're chunky ones.
Yes,
a lot of information
we end up talking
in it.
A lot
and let's just get through the ones that you just need to know or want to chit chat about. So Vogue has announced its Met Gala theme for 2025. It's going to be all about Black style. They have announced the theme for the biggest fashion night, which is set to take place May 5th, 2025, your birthday.
It's on a Monday then. Oh, good to know.
You're a Cinco de Mayo baby.
Yeah.
It will be themed super fine, tailoring Black style. Co-chairs for this ball include actor Coleman Domingo, race car driver Lewis Hamilton, which I love, rappers A$AP Rocky and Pharrell Williams, and of course, editor-in-chief of Vogue, Anna Wintour. I cannot talk Anna Wintour. And
we know Rihanna's going to be there for a fact.
Yes, for sure. I just hope people... I was telling you about it. Take it seriously, and I hope that European designers respect the history, the Black history in America, and don't come out with anything inappropriate.
It's just always interesting to see how designers handle the Met Gala theme because usually they don't listen to it or they try to do something that goes in line, but I'm like, you have to respect it this time around.
It's interesting because it is for example, Lewis Hamilton, he's British, right? But then you also
in this case it's respecting a culture, not so much a decade in time of the golden, those weird themes. It's you have to be respectful in this theme, for sure.
And educate yourself. Exactly. And I hope it's an opportunity for, more, even Black designers to get the opportunity to get their work on the red carpet. I think that'd be awesome.
And I hope they actually promote or push that because I don't know how the Met works where they only allow certain designers in.
Yeah, it's only, you have to be invited to be a designer. Or if you're a designer that buys a table.
Okay.
Or if you're a company, there is a chance that you could be a company like, say, YouTube. You could buy a table, and then you invite a designer to.
See, that's. I feel like they give the opportunity for young Black designers to be able to showcase their work that isn't like the traditional designers that you always see, like unique and up and coming people.
I do wish there was a female on the chair, on the, I guess, one of the co-chairs.
It's the first time there hasn't been one in a while.
Like, I think a strong Black woman would have been awesome on there. Like, I think of like Halle Berry. I think of, you know, Kerry Washington would have been good.
There's also that fashion reporter who's really good friends with Gigi Hadid.
With the curly big hair.
She could have been a consultant or something in the group.
But I mean, it's awesome that they're expanding, and Anna Wintour is, you know, about to have the cutest photo op with her chairs, because they're all like really good looking men.
That's why she picked only men this year.
Know, probably. But other stuff happening in Hollywood, we have John Mulaney. I always say his name right, I feel, or wrong.
You said it right, Mulaney.
Yeah, okay. He has many names in the Netflix universe, and he's about to claim one more live variety talk show host. On October 10th, Netflix is announced that in order for a new live variety talk show by the comedian is set to premiere in early 2025. So it's kind of like he's going to be a talk show host, like a late night talk show host.
But on Netflix.
And it's giving that guy, what's it, Oliver on HBO Max.
I know who you're talking about.
John Oliver?
John Oliver.
It's giving that.
Yeah.
Which...
I'm curious as to how John Mulaney's going to handle nightly news comedic style thing.
I don't know. I'm excited. I think he's back in his peak. You know, he had his peak and then he had his downfall.
He hasn't done his SNL stint yet, right?
He hasn't. Which makes sense why he is, because he's probably setting up for like,
it's probably pushing a lot of the things that he's going to be starring in, and this is one of them. So good to know.
So again, I have to name him, guys. Scooter Braun just wishes people would turn the page on his years-long feud with the pop star Taylor Swift. So bitter, it was the subject of a new 2-part Max documentary this summer.
2 parts.
I didn't know that. He's telling this interview. He's saying, I watched it recently. The former musician manager and current CEO of Hype America said to Bloomberg Screen Time event, I was not going to watch it because I just thought it was going to be like another hit piece, and I pretty much stayed quiet about this kind of stuff. And my dad called me and my mom, and they were like, we just watched it. We think you should watch it. So I did.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
The Max one.
The one where it's like going into the legal battle, right?
I think so.
That we were told about?
Yes.
Okay.
That we should watch.
So he did an interview with them?
No, he did it with Bloomberg, and they asked him about the feud and how he has become a subject of these documentaries. And if he watches them, he's like, I don't watch them, except I did watch this new one because my parents told me to watch it. Sorry, that was like poorly written.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't, and I will not watch it. But anyways, that's what he said about Taylor Swift. Speaking of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are spotted PDAing at a baseball game. I'll tell you what they were wearing. Travis Kelce was wearing a hat decorated with Midnight Rodeo, which I don't know.
Weren't people suspecting that had to do something with something?
Yeah.
Like with her Reputation album. So people suspected she was going to come out with Reputation sometime this week, but then she announced the book and the extended version of, I don't even...
Anthropology.
Yeah, whatever.
Right? Anthropology, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm like, how many more versions do you have to get of this album? But, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
It's still pointing that there could be something on the 18th, her first night back in on tour.
That's true.
She's starting off or restarting her tour in Miami, Florida, which people say that because of her last day in London, she brought out Florence Welch.
Sorry.
Florence Welch to sing Florida, that it was like her signal to be like, Florida, like meet me there. I'm going to make an announcement. 18 lines up with some other 18. So I don't know. It could be it. I think it would be a good opportunity to announce.
Do you think it'd be too much things that she's announcing back to back to back?
No, because that's just like, what is the new vinyl?
I have no idea. It's like
when did Tortured Poets Apartment come out? Like in April? I don't know. I think it would make sense to come out with Rep because it's the beginning of her last leg, and then she comes out with Debut at the end of it.
And then, but I saw that she was also working on new music, and I'm like, girl, can you just give us Reputation for the love of God? Just give us that one, and then do whatever you want.
And I've always said this, and I will continue to say this: the day Reputation comes out, I will not be okay.
I will not be here. Sorry, I'm calling in that day.
She's like, I'm done.
I'm gonna continue to wear black. Not that I wear anything else, but in honor of the album, I'm just gonna wear all black.
But yeah, I mean, they were seen at this baseball game. Very
so
low
cute.
key. They were super cool.
I love her in her like off-duty model looks. I love it.
With the
baseball cap, the long jacket. I think she was wearing like a t-shirt. They also went out to dinner with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds in New York.
Corner store.
It was nice to see Blake out there again.
Was it?
Laying low for a little while.
For real, she did disappear for a while.
Yeah.
But every time she goes to like a restaurant in New York, I look it up and be like, I wonder what she ate. And I like look at the
really?
menu. Yeah, and usually TikTok people have like.
What does she eat?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know what she ate, but like I look at the most popular dishes.
I'm like, how do you find that stuff out?
Someone did one time share her bill. Not like a copy of it, but like, hey, this is what she ordered.
What did she order?
Not from there, but one time it was one of the nights that Sophie Turner and her started hanging out, and it was like, oh, like fries for the table. They very much order like for the table.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it when people just like get stuff and you can just pick off of everything. Taylor, let's go get dinner. I know a place where we can do just that.
But yeah, so it's good to see them. You know, these things about him continue to surface, that he's just not focused. I didn't mention the girlfriend.
Yes,
his
the ex-girlfriend, Kayla Nichols. She did a podcast where there were some comments made about, I don't even know, I really did not look that up, but it was something along the lines of the pressure that she felt following their relationship and how people were treating her. And that there was rumors that she left Travis because he wouldn't pay for things, and she said something along the lines of, do I look like a woman who wouldn't allow a man to pay for me? Which I'm like, yes, girl, yes, I need to have that energy. And then the other one, you knew a little bit more.
Yeah, she said something along the lines that like we're all aware of his situation there, so there's not like any chance of communication. I don't know. I just
like she will never probably not talk to him.
Yeah, I just like just stop talking. Like, don't. Like, it's just.
It's so. Because
you know it's going to do. No matter what she says, it's going to be headlines because Taylor Swift is.
And I even saw, I think somebody watched the entire interview and was like, it was very much pulled from the whole entire thing. Like, there were so many other things discussed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that all these, like, little sound bites that I saw are probably. There's
just
way
like
bigger
that
context.
one thing that probably wasn't even that important.
Another couple, not as big as. Taylor and Travis, that is making headlines. We have Bachelorette alum Jason Tardik and Kate Stickler have announced that they have split up after several months of them, you know, dating. It was very interesting because Jason used to date Caitlyn from The Bachelor, Bachelorette, and he like jumped right into this relationship with Kat Stickler, who is like a known TikToker. She got a lot of backlash after announcing the breakup because people said that she dated him for such a little time and was already introducing and her daughter was part of the picture and blah, blah, blah. She obviously went online to defend herself and kind of just said that
she tells her daughter that
they're like friends, just like she would introduce like an actual male friend or like her friend's husband. Like it's just someone that's around them.
It wasn't like this is your future dad type situation.
Which I don't know. I am not surprised.
I wasn't surprised because I saw him Dancing with the Stars, and he was by himself, and I was like, that's kind of strange because I feel like they were always doing stuff together nonstop, nonstop, and I had seen a little bit less, and I'm like, watch, they're probably gonna announce a breakup, and sure enough. But a lot of people are saying that they think that he might have initiated it just from the way that she's been reacting to the breakup and how he has been reacting to the breakup. Very much like this was amicable, but in her videos, she's like crying and all these things.
Yeah.
So. I don't know.
But it also gets the likes, so we'll see. We're getting new details into, the little scuffle between Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek that happened in Paris Fashion Week. It was that video that kind of went viral where you kind of hear them whispering something and
we said, let's get those lip readers on this.
So
and
a
sure
lip
enough,
reader has kind of put their take on it. She's quoting saying that Salma Hayek says to Nicole Kidman, let's turn around there. Okay, here. Hayek appears to have told Kidman, who then replies, hey, I'm fine, I'm good. There, it's enough, it's okay. Hayek then seemingly began to say, we have to, before putting her hand on Perry's shoulder, Katy Perry. That's fine, the Mexican actress added before directing the pop star to look at the photographers, according to the lip reader. Page Six source, though, has told them that the two are fine and nothing really happened. I feel like something a little passive aggressiveness looked like to happen.
I think it was just like Nicole Kidman probably didn't want to be told what to do, and it's just like, stop talking to me.
Or like she's over pictures.
Yeah,
I've covered over pictures, and then when someone's like, "Oh, let's take more pictures," you're kind of like, "They've had enough." Like, whatever. I don't care. Team Salma Hayek every day, all day. That's
Salma
really
Hayek,
it.
She's just such a mom.
But it is so interesting how TikTok lip readers now get like full articles about what they like.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah,
That's cool.
that's like.
I need to be a lip reader. I wonder if they make money.
Probably. We're getting new news about Freaky Friday 2. It will be released on August 8th, 2025. The sequel brings back the original cast and new faces. The story revolves around Anna Coleman's upcoming wedding and more body swapping. Freaky Friday 2 is officially in production with Disney, who confirmed that they would be releasing it in 2025.
Yay.
And
2025 is going to be stacked.
it's going to be stacked. It's going to be good. I saw pictures of Lindsay Lohan's next Netflix
holiday movie,
holiday
right?
movie, and I'm just did you see the theme for it or like the plot? So it's Lindsay Lohan and her ex, and they end up dating siblings. So they meet each other at the like their partner's Christmas family. Yeah, weekend.
That's cute.
That's
I
funny.
like that.
That's so interesting.
That's a good
funny.
idea.
But yeah, and then other TV news now, we have Sex Lives of College Girls will return to our screens this November. Well, according to showrunner Justin Noble, episodes will be a little longer. Which they're going to be closer to. They're not an hour long, but they're significantly longer. Okay.
This must be their last season then, right?
I think so.
Because Renee Rapp said she wasn't doing it after this, so.
I'm having like a...
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm coughing. She's coughing. I'm yawning. We're just like making a lot of extra noise right now. Like just kind of lower the volume here and there.
I feel like I have sand in my throat now.
Do you want me to read the rest of it?
Yeah, right there.
Oh my God, I'm so honored. Okay, so I've never done this before. All right, we have a little bit longer episodes this year. Noble told Teen Vogue. They're not an hour long, but they're significantly longer than they've been in the past, which has always been my favorite Twitter criticism of the show, truly. So we'll be seeing some 33 to 34-minute episodes as opposed to... That's not, I'm reading this and I'm upset actively. It's going from 20, like adding 10 more minutes, like come on, give me an hour.
Yeah, which is true. Now that I remember, I did like how fast it went by, but
it's also like, give me some more, give me some more. Yeah, I'm really excited because it's been a minute since I've seen this show. You're the one that got me onto it. And I really did like it. So if you've never seen this show, you have time to catch up before this new season comes out. It's possible that this could be their final season, or at least with some of the key cast members like Renee's
not back. I think she just has guest star.
Yeah, there you go.
Appearances. But aside from that, I think it's a really easy show to watch. If you ever watched the Mindy Project, watch this show.
It's like a younger like Sex in the City for college girls. So.
You're gonna have to read it.
But viewer discretion advised.
Oh yeah, do not it's rated R.
Not with your family. Please.
Not with your parents.
With your parents, yeah, and don't say that we told you to watch it. With them. Okay, next headline. Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman are taking the stage in a new musical drama film. The duo are set to star in Song Sung Blue as Claire and Mike and Claire Sardina, a real-life married couple from Milwaukee who form a Neil Diamond tribute band called Lightning and Thunder. Cute.
Well, if you know me, I love Hugh Jackman. I love Broadway Hugh Jackman. He is my favorite version of Hugh Jackman.
Does he do a lot of music?
He does, and he's not even musically trained. So, as a fan, every time he signs on to a movie that he has to sing, he always requests for a vocal coach because he's like, I'm not a singer. And then Kate Hudson is in her singing era, so I'm just excited all around. If you haven't listened to Kate Hudson, listen to her new stuff or her only stuff out. It's pretty good.
This is probably like an original movie, right?
Yeah, I think it's a Broadway show and they're taking it to a movie.
Okay, cool. I love to see it.
Yeah, to a film.
So Hugh Jackman, he did
Les Mis. He did The Greatest Showman. He does Broadway. He
did
does
Broadway.
Theater.
Good for him.
So it's really good.
I'm excited to
it's
see
a man
that.
who could do a little bit of everything, and I'm just excited to see him.
And he looked great in this last
I was gonna say you totally got a crush from him, and I thought it was just like, ooh, it was just.
I was like, he looked really good.
It was all right. So I'm excited about this. If you guys listened to us last year, you know that we started a book club. One of the books we read is being adapted into a movie. So Lionsgate has closed its deal with Sydney Sweeney and is in final negotiations with Amanda Seyfried to star in the hidden picture thriller of The Housemaid, with the studio taping and the director also signing on Paul Feig or Fig.
Oh, Fig. Yeah, I love him.
The screenplay will be written by Rebecca Sonnenschein, based on the best-selling novel by Frida McFadden. And
I honestly forgot what happens in the book. I just remember
I remember
the
perfectly
main
because I
character.
found it a very predictable book for me.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what was going to happen. So the moment she texted me the story, I'm like, I hope they do a lot of rewrite.
What happens again? I literally
So
blanked.
it's the maid that kind of, they don't say it, but we assume she's on the spectrum of some sort because she's not very socially there and doesn't really pick up things. Basically, I don't remember who dies, but someone dies. It's like a murder mystery.
And they blame it on her,
They
right?
try to blame it on her, and then you find out who did the whole.
And everybody in the place that she's
the hotel
help her.
So yeah,
right?
it's kind of divided. You have the doorman and then the chef or the cook who help her.
Yes. Okay, it's all kind of coming back to me now.
And then her grandma.
It was somebody that she liked, right? And then they read the book, or if you want to watch the movie, wait for the movie. But our review is on YouTube. So Sydney Sweeney has also been on the headlines because a paparazzi took a picture of her on set and kind of just exposed her next project because the girl is looking buff. I don't remember what project it is it's called, but it's basically she's going to be a wrestler,
a biopic of a wrestler, a female wrestler, and she is jacked. Her arms are buff, and she kind of had to post a picture because the paparazzis were like, why is she looking like this? And she kind of explained she's on a project.
We're talking about it very Charlize Theron monster. Think about that. Sydney Sweeney transforming into that type of
and it's
look.
so interesting that she has that
versatility.
And she reminds me a lot of Margot Robbie, where she's producing her own stuff and just starring in things after next, and that's kind of what you have to do to get roles. And
not only that, but to get your name to continuously be. Because Margot Robbie, she was
but it was
going.
But she also had I guess it was the risk of falling in that category of the Wolf of Wall Street. That girlfriend, pretty, bimbo, but she kind of was no, I could do I Am Tanya.
Yeah.
I
think that's what Sydney Sweeney's
And I think
trying
that's
to go
what Sydney,
for.
because again, she was labeled as Euphoria teen, beautiful girl with just
great assets
that she could have been just put in that box. And she's getting scary movies. She's getting rom-com. Now she's doing biopics. She's doing superhero movies. She's just everywhere, and good for her.
It's going to be good to see where her career lands her. And she's been able to kind of go on. She's kind of had her name in the headlines with different things, with that family party where everyone was kind of. So she's been kind of had a flow of things, but she's just remaining consistent. So
You know
keep
who
it
I
going,
wish would have
Sydney.
done this? One of the girls from Riverdale. Like, I wish they would have done this. Like, I wish one of the 3 girls from Riverdale would be like the it girl right now.
Well, right now Camila Mendez is doing pretty well. She has a production company, so she's starting to produce movies, and
I
she's
think
starting
that's what
to do.
it is.
Like you have to just kind of become your own producer in order to get these big roles, and that's how you have longevity too. So I think out of all the 3 girls, Camila Mendez might.
Yeah, no, I think so too. It was almost
far.
Lily Reinhart with the Hustler movie, but she kind of like, yeah.
She's
kinda
like,
just
I think,
thought-
going more the indie route.
Yeah, that's the route to go. Well, Miss Olivia Rodrigo is close to wrapping up her Guts World Tour, but she got in the headlines again because she kind of made a little faux pas on stage. Well, Olivia Rodrigo didn't break a glass, but she did trip and fall. The pop star, who is currently on her Guts World Tour, took a tumble on stage while performing in Melbourne, Australia. The concert was the last of 4 shows at the Rode Laver Arena. As seen in the footage shared on social media, the obsessed singer was running back and forth when she fell through a trap door on the stage without missing a beat. She reassured concertgoers she wasn't hurt. "Oh my God, that was fun." She jokingly told the crowd, "I'm okay."
I would have been terrified.
I would have been
That's my
pissed.
biggest fear.
To just fall.
But I'm just like, was there like a big cushion? Because it looked kind of like
to be.
like she just kind of like popped out of there.
I
But
don't think it was that deep, I guess. I don't know.
I
She
would be
jumped up really fast.
scared.
I would have been so pissed.
I think I would have like freaked out for a second.
Yeah.
She was just like, "All right, I'm good."
good,
I think I would have been like, "Give me a second, please."
Give me a second before I fire someone.
I know, right?
But yeah, she just, I mean, I think we're going to, once her tour ends, I think we're not going to hear from her. Like, she does that thing where we don't hear from her.
She lives her life so she can write about it.
There we go. See,
She lives
that's
her life
exactly.
so she can write about it, which I love. I'm so excited for her concert on Netflix. It's coming
Oh, yeah.
in
This weekend.
28th. No,
Oh, I thought it was the 18th.
next weekend. It's going to be next
I thought
weekend.
it was the 18th. Wow.
No, the
Wow.
25th
Okay.
or 6th, I think.
Nice. Halloween week then.
Yes. I remember because I was like, of
Spooky.
course, Halloween weekend.
But yeah, and now something else that happened on a concert stage. Nick Jonas appeared to quickly leave the stage after a safety concern arose during a recent concert. During the Jonas Brothers stop at the O2 Arena in Prague on Tuesday, October 15th, an audience member's unauthorized laser pointer aimed at Nick caused the show to stop for several minutes. A video posted on social media shows him abruptly leaving the stage, calling for a timeout with his hands. And then, quote, this is what an organizer then told Entertainment Weekly, "We can confirm that the Jonas Brothers performance had to be interrupted for several minutes due to the use of prohibited laser pointer by the person." And yeah, if you look at it, he's just like, bah, 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 and runs,
out.
and he freaks out, which I get, like.
Literally, Taylor Swift's concert was closed because
So
of a
he
terrorist
probably thought it was
attack.
like a laser to a gun to like a sniper.
Yeah. This is why you don't allow lasers into stadiums. Sometimes
Yeah.
you wonder why, but this is the exact reason.
This is why there's rules, and I guess it was just a couple minutes, and they kind of went back on stage, but scary moments.
But
there.
at least he's aware.
Yeah, the fact that he
He's just like,
spotted
"All right,
it,
bye."
yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, I'm not gonna get killed.
Not tonight. But you know who's not going to be on stage? Rihanna and Kendrick Lamar.
I wasn't sure how you were gonna transition.
Whoa.
okay.
Okay, so we are getting word that Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna have turned down the offer to headline Coachella 2025, which Brenda will definitely not be at because she is over festivals. The reports were first shared by Bloomberg, which published an article about the current state of the India Music Festival and it plans for next year's installment. I can't think of anyone on the top of my head to headline it. Maybe Chappell Roan, but I don't know where she's going to be at mentally, physically, spiritually in the next couple of months.
She's ours.
But
So she was
shit.
our last performer. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Olivia Rodrigo, but I don't know if she'd want to go on tour. Sabrina Carp. No, she already did.
She'd
last
be
year.
done with her tour.
I don't know. Like, who is of the moment that would
Justin
do it?
Bieber, bring him back. I said it, and I'll say it again.
Justin Timberlake. They might have
Absolutely
to
not.
They might have to be like, ugh, I guess. We'll just have to get
NSYNC.
Justin. No.
I mean, that would be epic. Britney Spears.
Maybe Tate McRae.
Headliner? Nah.
Not the main headliner,
but
but
she'll
she's
be-
gonna
yes,
be
OT.
a like probably
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Friday headliner.
Yes, she'll be up there.
Not like the main draw. Who is of the moment?
I don't even know. Not even of the moment,
Lipa,
but like
maybe?
in 5 months.
Oh, it's in 5 months.
It's in April, no?
But this is for next year.
Yeah.
But like they announce who is.
Yeah.
It's a conundrum. I cannot think of anybody. Because Olivia Rodrigo wouldn't want to do it. Sabrina Carpenter wouldn't want to do it.
Taylor Swift, she would never do it.
Absolutely not. I don't. Or we're just thinking pop right now. What about
That is,
rock and
I know,
roll?
we always like, no one.
Blink-182.
Yeah, we're not good. But yeah, now we know that Rihanna and Lamar aren't doing it.
At least I won't be like at all interested and be like, oh, but the set list. No, I doubt there's going to be anyone I'd want to see.
But yeah, that's the end of our stories. We have our main headlines.
Now our topics.
Now our topics.
And our recap, because we also have a recap.
We have a
guys.
recap. I'm going to start off with tragic news, just so we don't end in like sadness.
Yes.
If Brenda, if you could bring it up, because I was going to
Absolutely.
bring it up. So on Wednesday, we got word, the world got word that one of the former members of One Direction lost his life. Liam Payne tragically died in Argentina. The last we heard of him was that he was at
Niall Horan's
concert in Argentina.
Yes, where he was acting a little bit, not erratic, but a little bit like people were not concerned, but
They were saying that he was just like trying to grab people's attention.
there you go.
Yeah.
I was just trying to find the best way to say that.
Like he was just like, look at me, and then this happened. So Liam Payne is dead at the age of 31. He fell off of a window from the 3rd floor of a hotel in Buenos Aires. The exact circumstances surrounding his death are under investigation. This is what we know so far, according to CNN. On Wednesday, I'm going to read it all because it's pretty tragic. On Wednesday, hotel staff requested urgent police assistance shortly after Payne fell, according to emergency call obtained by CNN local affiliate Todo Noticias. Police say in a statement later that the personnel rushed to the hotel just after 5 p.m. local time in response to an emergency call warning of an aggressive man who could be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. This is quote from the 911 call. I heard it. So we have a guest who is overwhelmed with drugs and alcohol. The front desk manager said he breaks things up. He is tearing the whole room apart. The manager said they needed someone to be sent to us urgently, as staff didn't know if the guest's life is at risk. Hotel staff could not enter the room where the guest had been staying for 2 to 3 days, the manager said on the call. On Thursday, the public prosecutor's office in Argentina said in a statement that it is investigating the case and that everything indicates that the musician was alone when the fall happened and was experiencing some kind of episode due to substance abuse. The police said that he had jumped from the balcony of his room without elaborating on how the conclusion was reached or whether the jump was intentional. They reached out to the police and they declined to clarify the statement of whether how the fall happened. The injuries suggest he might not have been fully conscious at the time of his fall. The public prosecutor report suggests that due to the position in which the body was found and the injuries from the fall, it is presumed that Payne did not adopt a reflective posture to protect himself, and he may have fallen in a state of semi or total unconsciousness. The public prosecutors reported that a series of substances were seized in his room, indicate that the prior situation of alcohol and drug consumption. Photos of his hotel room were released by police, showed a smashed television. As the investigation continues, prosecutors say that 5 witnesses had been taken to reconstruct what happened the hours leading up to the death. He had multiple injuries and internal and external hemorrhages as a result of the fall.
I saw actually the
and then it
pictures
kind of goes into that he has been publicly open about his prior mental health and substance abuse battles.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's very crazy because he was in the headlines due to his behavior at that concert, and his ex-girlfriend, Maya Henry, had been kind of going on a little, and I think she was just, you know, opening up about the claims of, what is it? Like, not threats. How was she calling it? Not control. She was calling her relationship with him, ways that he would control her would to bring up that, like, oh, if you break up with me or if you do this, like, I might hurt myself. Manipulation, thank you. Claims of manipulation tactics by him within the relationship. So a lot of people were like, blah, 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 and then this happened, and it was pretty crazy.
There's so many things, different things coming out. So he was with his girlfriend in Buenos Aires, but then she left days prior to this happening. And I saw just like a headline that said, what was supposed to be just a 2-day trip ended up being like days there. And I think at that point she was like, I want to go. But he was locked in his room for like 2 days. Yeah, it's really sad to see. I wasn't like a huge One Directioner, but I did have a crush, I think, on Liam more.
You hear it here first.
Really? At the time, I thought he was like the cutest one. But it's so sad to see, like, it's just so sad to see. I sympathize with you One Directioners. I'm sure you all are going through it. And each band member has come out with a statement today. Harry, Zayn, Lewis, and I think Niall also came out. I'm not sure if Niall did. And also One Direction, as One Direction released a statement. Also just saying how devastated. I know Zayn, his was more like, I wish I can talk to you one last time. Like, I didn't know that our last conversation would be our last one.
Yeah, and they were known to not have the best relationship.
Yeah, and he was like, you know, it was just really, yeah, it's so sad to see. I mean, I don't know when the last time these people saw each other, but like, you'll always have a bond with people that you have such a unique like connection and experience with. Like, regardless if you're still friends with them or not, you went through a life-changing experience with this person, so they'll forever be in your life, like, in your heart. But yeah, it was super shocking. I remember I finished the newscast, I came out, and you're just like, Liam Payne is dead, and I was like, what?
Yeah. And
Are
like,
you kidding me?
Everyone would thought we were joking, and it was just like so random.
Yeah, it's really sad to see. I don't know. That's the things with like, I don't know, being in the spotlight. I don't know if that like
being
plays
on the
a
spotlight,
part.
dealing with mental health and substance abuse is like, you know, as much as I hope his girlfriend doesn't feel responsible for this, but how can you help
it's so sad to see. But rest in peace. Our thoughts and prayers are with
the One Directioners,
with the family and stuff.
And this is not easy, but we're just gonna move on over to the next story.
Sorry, this is a shift in
energy,
topic.
but I think I want to just get it off, get it done with, so we didn't like.
It's breaking news.
Breaking news for us.
Culture.
Let's talk about Ariana Grande on SNL, just because I don't want to go talk about Victoria's Secret, like naked women after this. So Ariana Grande led SNL to its highest rating since Elon Musk hosted the show. On 2021. Grande's episode with musical guest Stevie Nicks drew 5.6 million viewers in the live same-day viewing on NBC. The numbers do not account for the delay viewing, with that data becoming available later in the day. Grande's show also became the most watched SNL episode ever on Peacock across its first 2 days of viewing, Sunday, Monday, according to NBC. And I loved her intro, her opening monologue. I don't know. I watched all her skits.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I watched like
like not like the whole thing, but the skits. Yeah.
I watched her opening. My favorite were the opening monologue, the little Renaissance boy.
Oh, I love the Renaissance boy.
And
I love espresso.
Domingo. Yeah, the Domingo one.
I have it in my head all the time.
And I was telling Brenda how, like, you know, I hate on Ariana Grande just because she's like sometimes bothers me with her personal life decisions, but she's so talented.
Oh, like, she's so talented. She's like, so funny. Like, I forget how hilarious she actually is.
Which made me really excited for Wicked, because I don't know if they timed it, but like these reviews for Wicked are coming out. So like industry insiders are now watching it, and it's like, no, it's like such a good movie. Like, her performance is like Oscar worthy. Like,
I'm not
for
shocked.
best supporting actress, like, her name is on the table.
It's not surprising because literally she has been working towards this her whole life.
Yeah.
I think she like probably laid it out on all the table. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the performance of my lifetime because this is what I've been meant for, and like this is what like dreams are
I'm
made
so
of.
excited. If she does get nominated, I need someone to record her reaction when she gets
That'd
it.
be crazy. What a thing. Like, not only getting the role, but to get what is that word I'm thinking of? Accolades for it. But yeah, I love the fact that Ariana Grande tried not to be good at singing.
No,
and
it's funny.
it's like, you can sing, like, don't pretend.
Na,
But
na, na, na.
oh my God, I know it. I know it. The bridesmaids wanted us a vacation, so it took a bachelorette vacation.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
it's so
basically that.
catchy.
It's very
It's
catchy.
all over my like For You page on
like, what?
TikTok. Like,
Who's so
the young
weird?
people are obsessed with it. I don't know why, but
that
they
means
are.
we're obsessed with it. But yeah, I think she did such a good job. And Stevie Nicks, I mean, what a
I love
awesome
her and Bowen Chan.
Yeah.
Bo-
Oh yes.
Bowen.
Is Bowen?
I just love them. I think they're so funny together. I think
You could tell they're
that
friends.
I don't know. I just, she needs to do more comedy stuff
She does.
because she's like funny. I know that her and Liza Gillies, her friend, they usually kind of do like for Halloween, like those little skits and stuff.
Oh yeah, she does.
But I'm like, do skits in general.
in life.
Also, the after party, Ethan Slater was there, and everyone was saying that they were cute. They were together the whole time. They looked happy in love. So that's great for them.
Good for them. Good for them. Anyway, I just liked her, Brenda. Don't bring this up.
Back to the choices
back to the choices.
apparently.
Speaking of bad choices, the Victoria's Secret fashion show came back and made its big return for the first time since 2018. The famed fashion show made its return with familiar faces like Tyra Banks, Gigi Hadid, Adriana Lima, and Bella Hadid. In addition to the dazzling angel wings and the company's signature lingerie, the event featured the first of all-women lineup for performers, including Cher, Tyla, and Lisa of Blackpink fame. Yeah, that's it. But basically, it was a very lackluster.
Did you watch it?
I didn't. I just watched it.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Here, let me tell you what happened. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And
I'm
I think that's why I just saw clips of some people walking, but
it was just like literally
no one fit their shoes.
walking. No, thank you. Yeah, nobody could walk. I was like, are you all? The only models that could actually model were Adriana Lima, Bahati Prinsloo, Candace, Bella, Gigi. Like, the actual models could model. The rest of the girls, I'm like, I think the angel wings, they couldn't handle it. And like, I guess you all needed to practice a little bit more with it.
Kate Moss was in it.
Kate Moss was in it. Yes,
and
she
her
was.
daughter.
Oh, I didn't see her.
Yeah,
daughter. But I saw Kate Moss. She was legendary. See, I was trying to remember back to the Victoria's Secret shows. They didn't have the packages. They always do packages on a couple of the angels. Like, they're the first like somebody doing it for the first time, and like
they didn't have it this year.
No, it was just literally just walking and then music.
So this year it was live. So the angels back in the day, the fashion show is pre-produced.
Yes.
So they do it twice. They do the whole show twice, film it twice in case you fall or something. They take the tape of, tape B.
Yeah.
But this was completely live. I know people lost their shoes during the runway. There was a girl who got her heel caught, and then her shoe kind of like came out, and then she kind of like.
I literally was just fast forwarding because I'm like, this is the boringest.
And nothing else like came out, like nothing.
I just wasn't even interested in what they were selling. I'm like,
oh,
I mean,
Barbara
that's kind of
Palvin,
cute. Like,
she was there. I like her.
Cute-ish. Also, what's her name? She just got married to Dylan Sprouse.
Yeah, Barbara.
Oh yeah,
Palvin or Palvin.
Yeah, Palvin Sprouse or whatever. She was there too. But honestly, just to see the growth of Gigi and Bella, like when they first did Victoria's Secret, I remember that they were both so excited because it was like a dream come true, and to see how they've grown as models and then going back into Victoria's Secret. Bella Hadid, like, a phenomenal model. Her face card, like, serious? Like, don't mess with me, face. But then when she smiles, you're like, oh my God, you're so amazing. Like, I love Bella Hadid.
I do find it interesting Gigi and Irina were there, and
yes, but I feel like they might be cool. Like,
they're just amicable.
Yeah, and I know that before the show, they asked Gigi, they asked her if Bradley Cooper, which I was like, brave reporter. She's like, is Bradley gonna be here? And she's like, no, he's missing out. He's gonna be watching from home. I'm like, did he not show up because
100%, because
Irina's there? Or?
Yeah, like you have to show up and you have to say hi to your baby mama.
I'm like,
because
are they cool?
Well, I think they're cool, but that's going to be the headline. Whether he says hi first to Gigi or first, like, it's just going to be a
someone
headline.
Someone has to take care of the baby.
Someone has to take care of the baby.
Also, she said that she paid homage to Taylor Swift during her, because Gigi opened up the show, and she did the little wave.
I saw that.
It was all right.
It was all right.
It's not Taylor
Carly
Swift.
Kloss wasn't in it, right?
Carly, no, she wasn't.
Interesting.
But I feel like Carly kind of retired her wings.
Yeah? Didn't they all retire their wings?
I know. It literally was the most pointless thing on earth, by the way. So if you want to, don't watch it. Just listen to us. Or you look at pictures if you want. Also, I believe Tyra Banks officially closed it, but it was a terrible walk. It was just, her shoes didn't fit, and it was like a bobbing.
I was gonna say it was like a
thing, and I was just like,
it's very Tyra.
Can this just be over already? I watched it during my break, and what a waste of my time.
Yeah, boo. But okay, let's. We have a recap of ACL. Not really a recap. It happened in Austin, Texas, for the last 2 weeks. It's a major music festival. Austin City Limits. We had headliners including Dua Lipa, Chris Stapleton, Tyler the Creator, and Chappell Roan. We had our very own Brenda there for week 2.
Live reporting.
I didn't hear anything. You know how in a Coachella it's like, oh, Harry Styles brought out blankety blank.
They didn't really. The only big thing was Chris Stapleton brought out Willie Nelson, which is great. We don't know Willie Nelson. We don't know how much longer he's going to be here in this earth with us. So I felt honored to see him perform.
You were there?
Yeah, I saw him. I was like, is that Willie? And I think that was like the only like appearance worth noting.
I think the only thing, I don't know if it's my algorithm or it was just the only thing that was worth posting, but Dua Lipa was on my feed.
Oh, Dua Lipa was phenomenal. If I can recommend ever seeing anybody, it's Dua Lipa, especially because she just has so many hits. You forget how many hits Dua Lipa has. And she's going viral because she had the University of Texas like football jersey. I'm sure that's going to be hanging on every college boys dorm now at UT, a picture of her with that jersey on. She's just phenomenal. She's beautiful. The way that the light hit her red hair now.
It looks super good. I saw that.
That's what I wanted.
Oh my God, that's so funny because I saw it. I'm like, is that what Brenda wanted?
Kind of, but I don't think I can rock like.
It's just like a lot of upkeep.
It's like, oh my God, she's so beautiful, guys. Dua Lipa's gorgeous. And then Chappell Roan, what a legend. Just like a slow clap for Chappell.
For showing up.
I was a little scared. I was just like, if she does not show up, oh my God. But she showed up, guys. She looked great. She is so good live. I think she was struggling, though, when she was singing because it was her last performance on this whole Midwest queen thing. Princess thing. I don't know. But there were some moments there where you could hear, not her voice crack, but you could see that she was getting like really tired. And I'm like, pull through, please, for Pink Pony Club. But yeah, she had, I believe ACL said the second time was one of the biggest crowds they've had for an artist. And being in there is space.
Okay.
I was jumping up and down and like singing my lungs out. But when you see a video of the crowd, it looks like there's no space. There was plenty of space to move around, but it was a massive crowd. And you can't really tell when you're in it until you see the videos of it. But she did phenomenal. I love her like set design. She was calling out people in the artist tents, being like, why aren't you all dancing? She was calling out the people that do the design, like, why do I look red right now? And I'm like, just call them out, girl, call them out. But yeah, it was a fun time.
But you will not see Brenda back there or
No.
wearing cowboy boots. We do need an update. How are your feet?
They're way better, actually. I went for a run today, which I was very surprised I could do. I thought that I was gonna have to ice my feet for days, but I'm actually doing quite well.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Of course,
not a lot of
anytime.
people care.
I love you.
I'm just kidding. Why would they care?
Why would they care?
But yeah, I recommend seeing people in concert where there's chairs
Yeah.
and not dirt.
Not dirt. Great advice, Brenda. Thank you
Got
for
the black lung pop.
Thanks for giving us that life advice as we wrap up. And the last thing before we go, we're going to do our show recap, which we
Yes.
are following along with the amazing Dancing with the Stars. Yes, we are.
I don't know what week this is.
I don't know. I don't either. I think it's like week 1, 2, like 4.
It was dedication week.
Dedication week, which was sweet. I will say, everyone had really cute dedications except for Jen Tran. I love Taylor Swift. Don't get me wrong. Like I live and breathe Taylor Swift. I would do anything for Taylor Swift. I believe she is the leader to my cult. But the fact that this girl, like these people are like, I'm dedicating the dance to my mother who gave up her career for me. I'm dedicating this dance
to my kids.
to my kids who have brought
uplifted
love,
me,
like light to my. I'm dedicating it to the coach who believed in me, and she's like, I dedicate it to Taylor Swift because I love her songs.
Well, no, it's because her songs helped her through life.
You're telling me no one else in your life. I don't know. I was just very like, ugh. See,
No,
this is
yeah.
why I forget
It was
about her.
cringe.
This is why I forget about her. And then she closed the show. But anyway, even like Brooke Snyder's thing was like for her sisters. Was it the worst dance? Yes. It was very.
When her sisters were there, I'm like, okay, cute. But then when they were there for like longer, I'm like, get them off the stage.
I thought they were just gonna do the hand thing.
Yeah, but they were there forever, and I'm like, go, like, what is going on right now?
But I think Steven improved. And, you know, someone brought it up. That's his name, right? Steven, the Olympic, the gymnast. I believe someone brought it up where, because the coaches would go see them. Like, you're just doing the steps. You're not dancing into the steps. I'm like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because he's good, but there's something missing.
He doesn't have the musicality.
Yeah.
But even then, he says, like, in the Olympic, I mean, in gymnasts, you don't have music. You're just going off of the movement. So he's like, I have to learn musicality as well.
Yeah, he just knows movement, so he does them very well. He remembers his dances. He's just not very smooth. I think my favorite was Alona.
Alona did so much better this
I
week.
know, pobrecita.
I love. Oh yeah, we didn't get to talk about her crying last week.
Yeah, it was cringe.
It was very
what's his
cringe.
name? Gene Simmons was just cringe.
Oh my God, Gene Simmons was so terrible, and how he was giving good reviews and then giving bad scores. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, make it make sense.
I liked her. I liked who else? Chandler was good, but she kind of like wasn't memorable. I guess.
No,
Like she just fell through
Joey
the
did
good.
so good. Joey is like
super good.
killing it. I'm like, boy, where is this coming from?
I don't
Very
think him and his
versatile.
girlfriend are gonna stay together. For
Him
a
and
while.
Kelsey?
Yeah.
A lot of people were calling out the fact that she looked very like not present in the moments. She did a video basically saying like it was dedication night, so like a lot of people were dedicating to like their mothers and stuff, and it made me realize like it took me back to my mom passing away, and she was like, I got very sad during the thing, and she was like, it wasn't because we're not good, it's because I was just
I got
feeling
that.
sad.
So, okay.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. Aw.
Yeah.
I feel bad now. You guys are meant to. You guys are meant to be together.
One of the people she's talking to.
You guys are meant to be together. I promise.
I think they're so cute. Who else? I love Dwight Howard. I just don't think he's gonna make it far because Daniela's having a hard time figuring out how to make it work. And if Daniela's having a hard time,
who she already,
it's like she's already worked so hard. Like
you
can only do so much.
Yeah.
Also, the song that he had for his dance was just so
it
hard
was
to
like,
dance to.
It was a
Honestly,
song
the thing this week was the weirdest dances to the songs. Like a rumba to like You Make Me Happy Children. Like because you know, like his song was like about
children.
I love my children, this, and it was a rumba.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't think anyone else. Oh, Danny was good, but I don't think Danny was like
He
top
did
of the leader.
way better. No, I was like, why is he getting
a lot of
nines?
dancing? It's like, oh, he's strong.
He just kept carrying people.
2 8 counts of side-by-side dancing, which he was okay, but everything else was him just lifting Whitney and Whitney doing most of the work, which kind of sucks because most of the time that's what happens when the male is the celebrity.
Yeah.
The other girl just dances around him, like the professional. But aside from it, I think like the home run, the big takeaway from the episode was Derek. And
oh yeah, that was so. I literally
Haley.
I was sobbing.
Me too. I was like,
I was sobbing.
Like it is so sad. I remember when that happened that it was just like this girl. I mean, I knew what had happened, but the fact that they're like, hey, she either isn't gonna survive this, or you just like she no longer is the same person.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. And then when they showed like the staples on her head,
part of her skull was
40%
missing.
of her skull was missing.
That's so scary. And to like, that was a year ago because they said it happened right after Sochi won.
Yeah.
So it's a whole year and she's already back dancing.
Yeah.
They
And
were
they
like,
said that
it's a miracle.
Like she wasn't even supposed to be walking and she's dancing. And I didn't know they went back to the hospital to perform for the doctors.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God. And she does look a little different, as anyone would when they have that kind of surgery, but she's just so like,
they're so resilient. And I'm just like the love that you
I was super sad. I was just like crying the whole time. And then Julianne was there, who's obviously related to, it's her sister-in-law, but it was such a beautiful, beautiful dance. I didn't love the song, but it's probably special to
that
them.
song.
Yeah, maybe it's their wedding song or something. But
Benson Boone was also at ACL. Sorry.
Oh, is he? I did say that when I watched the episode, I did call that Brooks was going to be the one who got eliminated.
I had a feeling, and I don't know why Gleb keeps being like, what?
I know.
Why? I'm like, she's not that good, dude, and she doesn't.
not.
She lacked focus. Like, she didn't care.
No,
she could be so much better. It's just like, even when the judge came in to practice with her, it didn't even seem like she cared.
Yeah, like that's the best. She lacked focus. Like she would just be like, I'm dancing and spinning, and then Gleb would just be mad at the fact, like he wouldn't take any criticism, and then he just kind of like, I don't know, he would just kind of show her off.
Defensive boyfriend.
Yes.
He was just being a defensive boyfriend, which is like, okay, but this is a competition.
Yeah. I think next week it will be probably Dwight.
It might be Dwight.
I don't think I could tell anyone
Which
else.
makes me sad because he always looks so happy to be there.
Yeah. And I love Danelle, so I wish.
I know, I love Danielle, but I'm sure she's also like, I just want to hang out with Pasha, like, just do those little dances every 5 minutes and then just be like, all right, peace out.
But so far, I think my favorites are still Chandler.
I think it's going to be in between Chandler and Joey.
Oh, I keep forgetting Joey, but he's so good. And I like Jenna, so.
Jenna always looks so happy now because she's like, I have a chance.
Who did she have last year?
She had...
Ever since the JoJo Siwa, she hasn't had the best partners.
No, she hasn't. And I think even when she had Joey, she's probably like, I don't know if we're gonna get very far. That's like every time that they do well, she genuinely looks like, oh my God, this might be it. This might be it.
He's super
because
good.
definitely, what's his name? Val isn't gonna get very far with Phaedra.
Oh, Phaedra.
Phaedra's doing good, but she's not gonna get very far.
She could be next out.
Maybe Dwight and Phaedra. Who else? Yeah, I think Chandler was kind of a fluke being in the bottom of 3. But yeah, it might be between Dwight and Phaedra.
Just because I don't think they have that much like people following them.
Yeah.
Joey risks that too. Or Jen. I think Jen too. I think Jen. I think it's gonna be Jen or Dwight. And it's not because she was as bad, but I think she's just not
doesn't
as popular.
have a following as much.
But yeah, again, Dancing with the Stars is next week as well. I am excited for their Halloween one. I don't think their
next week is Disney,
which is also a favorite of mine. But we'll follow that, and we'll have a recap for you guys next week as well.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's all our time, guys.
Okay. Be sure to follow us on Pop Off the Clock on Instagram. We'll see you guys next time.